Hey James, how are you?
Oh, sir, I'm starting to hear you. Yeah,
Oh,
hi.
good, good. Yeah, I just came back on mute. Thanks so much for being here with us.
Yeah, of course.
Uh, it's it is fantastic to have you here with us tonight. You're obviously it looks like you are at work right now.
Yeah, I'm wearing full PPE. I'm working in the emerge tonight, and we're doing our best to see all the patients in a timely fashion.
Okay, that's fantastic. So this is James Alexandra. He's coming to us live from Michael Garrett Hospital, and we've got a bunch of folks, a couple hundred riders out there right now for the Crush COVID campaign. We're obviously trying our best to raise some money for the frontline healthcare workers at Michael Garrett Hospital. And James, I think you may have just muted yourself, maybe? I think you're on mute. We'll try and get James back. That's really, really exciting that he's joining us right from the hospital on this shift in the emerge. I think he may have just dropped the call, maybe. We'll see if we can get James back. It's starting to look like nighttime outside. I know some of you are in the basement, but just James, Brett, I think you folks are in the basement. Max is somewhere dark as well. But I can assure folks it's pretty dark out now, so we're getting ready for the night shift. I'll just see if we could get James back on. That was too short. Who's joining? Okay, there we go. I think the audio is coming back on. And we'll go over to James. James, can you hear me? Can you hear me okay, James? You might be on mute. James, I can see you. I think we can all see you, but we can't hear you yet. I don't know if your phone is on mute. We've unmuted you on our end, so you might just have to pull off mute on yours. Give permission to the microphone. Permission to join with your audio. I think that's what you need to do.
Yeah, great.
Okay, we've got you coming through on audio.
Oh, great. Okay, right. And I can hear you.
Okay,
Fantastic.
wonderful. So I won't take up too much of your time, but we really appreciate you being here with us tonight. I
Mm-hmm.
guess we got a lot of folks on the line, hundreds of cyclists joining and riding, and thousands of people donating for our frontline healthcare workers. Yeah, thanks for saying hi. What's it been like for you on the front lines right now, and how has the job changed for you since COVID coming online?
So definitely, since we've started working with COVID, the PPE is has really changed the way that we are presenting our care. It impedes our communication. It's more difficult to speak, and we're also putting PPE on the patients as well. So that's another thing that we need extra PPE because we need to put masks on the patients to keep the staff safe as well. So we're doing that. And on top of our care, we're also providing emotional support to people that are feeling a little bit overwhelmed and perhaps scared about coming to the hospital to get treated. And there's COVID here.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we were talking to Stephanie's on the line here, riding, and she has a loved one who's in the hospital right now on a ventilator, and you see just the impact on people's lives and how challenging that is. We were talking to Sarah Downey earlier, and how our frontline workers are the only interface that folks that are dealing with COVID and in the ICU really have, because they're not able to visit or connect with family. So it's digital communication, but you're the only person and human interaction that they're having right now. So that must be a really different dynamic.
Of course, yeah. So not only are we, like I said, not only are we providing the actual nursing and medical care, but we're also the only social interaction these people get. So I know how difficult it is that families want to visit, they can't visit, and it's so hard to support them through that. And, you know, by having the proper PPE, the nursing staff feels safe to go into the room, hold the patient's hand, spend a little bit extra time with them, and make them feel comfortable, and try to play the role of one that cares for them, as well as providing the medical and the nursing care at the same time.
So James, tell us a little bit about yourself. Whereabouts are you based? What's the work that you typically do at MGH, and you know what's happening at MGH right now? If we were there with you, what's it look like?
So I'm a registered nurse in the emergency department. I've been working there for 6 years, and we've been seeing lots of different patients coming in, not only with COVID, but with other issues such as that are related to being at home in quarantine. And sometimes people have abdominal pain and they aren't coming for treatments, and things progress. So we want everyone to know that it's safe to come to the hospital. We have the PPE, and now with this generous donation, we're going to have even more. So we've got to emerge separated into clean and dirty areas. And the language sounds bad, but it's to simplify things so we know that we keep patients that have fever and cough and coronavirus symptoms in a separate part of the emerge than we would in a cleaner zone. So we're being very, I'll say, nimble and making lots of changes for the nursing staff and the hospital staff to keep it safe for everybody who comes.
So you got into the nursing profession, you wanted to serve, you wanted to help people. I'm assuming that's what it's about. But obviously, you know, a global pandemic like this happens. Is this something that you had contemplated? Is this something you've been through? I mean, I, as a human, would just be so nervous and scared, you know, showing up for work, having to deal with that. How do you get your head around that and rise to the occasion like all our frontline workers are?
You know, it's such a funny experience because we've always had PPE and we never valued it. And now we really value it, and it's gold. So when it comes to the phrase, we signed up for this, I don't think anybody signed up to work in an environment that could possibly harm themselves, put their life at risk, and harm their family members at home. So we didn't sign up to work in a pandemic, but we will show up for it. And when we show up, we want to be safe so we can make sure we can go back home to our families safely, and that we don't transfer the virus between patients. We see many patients. Having the proper PPE really helps us to keep not only our patients safe, but ourselves safe. Now that we've been working with coronavirus for over a month, I'm feeling a lot better about it. We're learning a lot more about the virus. We're becoming more proficient at washing our hands, at being really good at encouraging our coworkers to wash their hands as well, and make sure that we're just doing things in a safe manner, wiping everything down. And I'm just very proud of the team at Michael Garron for being so flexible and showing up in a pandemic. We never thought that this would happen in our lifetime. That's what
Sarah Downey was saying. Well, so just the commitment of the staff to use this as an opportunity to learn, to refine the processes, to educate, and to learn from this experience. And I think that, you know, you could tell me, but do you think this will transform some of the way that the operations and the way the hospital does things afterwards once we get through this?
You know, Brad, it's a great observation. I hear over and over everybody saying, when this is all over. But I think what's really going to happen is that we're going to live in a new world where we're going to be very diligent about washing our hands, about making sure that everyone's going to learn more about how to keep clean, how to organize, and delivering of care is going to be changed as well. We're going to be doing we do lots of screening ahead of time. We're going to be very vigilant to monitor symptoms of people who come in to help hopefully isolate them and to keep the people who have medical issues that are not coronavirus related segregated in a way that is going to keep them safe. So,
well, I think we're all very grateful that Michael Garron Hospital was the first COVID assessment center in the city of Toronto. That's not something we shied away from. Embrace the challenge and commitment to get people at MGH the help that they need and stepping up. And so you're putting in long hours. It's got to be stressful. It's been really cool to watch all the healthcare workers, the messages, the communication that they're doing on social media. I've seen a lot of folks on TikTok now making some pretty cool videos. What are you doing to take your mind off COVID when you're not in the hospital? What are you doing right now?
Yeah, so initially it was difficult, but now I give myself permission not to think about COVID. So I'm a cyclist myself, so I ride with Dornelas. So shout out to Dornelas.
Dornelas has been riding with us tonight as well. Eon's been on. It's great.
Hi, Eon. Hi, Lorianne.
That's wonderful.
So I've been riding on a trainer, and my wife has as well, and she's a member. So we do that because just because it's a pandemic doesn't mean you don't need exercise. So I like to run, and I ride my bike to stay fit, burn some calories, and just get moving so that we can get those endorphins running, and it boosts the immune system. All this cycling that you guys are doing, so it helps to protect as well.
Amazing. Okay, James. Well, I won't take any more of your time, but I want you to know how grateful we are for we're all staying home, but you show up every day to keep us safe. All the frontline healthcare workers. I think that's the response you see with the Crush COVID campaign. Hundreds of people involved, thousands of people donating. It's because we care and we're grateful. So thank you for everything you do.
You're so welcome. I just want to say that to sign off, I say that the healthcare workers are getting a lot of support and gratitude right now. But we're so thankful that everybody is doing their best to stay at home, and those sacrifices are very meaningful. And that's what's keeping the curve flat. It's making our job at the hospital manageable, and we're all grateful at the hospital for the sacrifices that everybody at home is making with their own social distancing. So thanks for riding. Shout out to Mike Little, and best of luck to everybody. I really appreciate you taking my time, Brad.
Well, you're getting some applause right now, so well done, James. Thanks very much, and be well. We'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.
Okay, cheers, brother. Amazing. James joining us from the emergency at Michael Garrett Hospital. We can only imagine what the women and men in the medical field are going through right now. But I know we're all very grateful, and that's why we're riding. So I want to do a quick spin around the horn here, touch base with a couple of folks that we haven't seen yet. We've got 16 minutes left in this leg. Anyone joining us for leg 3? I'll be there. I know some of you folks are going to probably join with. I'm going to take a nature break on the transition, and then I'll be back on. But I did want to say hi to a few folks here. I'm going to jump over to Ben Baker, who's on the line, recently rediscovering the bike. Ben, we're going to pull you on off mute. You want to say hi?
Hey, you can hear me okay?
Yeah, you look great.
Oh, buddy.
How's it
Feel
going?
great.
Yeah, look good, feel good. How are the legs? How are the sensations?
I gotta say, at the 2-hour, 50-minute mark,
Yeah.
it just hit me like a ton of bricks.
Okay. Well,
But the legs are still moving, so we're okay.
yeah. I mean, only 21 more hours to go. That's what they said.
Well, that's exactly right.
Yeah. So for everyone on the call, we've known Ben Baker for a number of years. Great guy, mechanic for Toronto Hustle. Does all of our bike builds and our race support. Heck of a caravan driver in the races. And it's be cool as a startup team, folks who are new to cycling. We've kind of grown with Ben as well as he's kind of learned on the job. And it's for anyone that does bike racing, your staff, your volunteers, your mechanics are integral to being able to pull it off. You can't do it without them. And so I know you're kind of getting back on the bike, Ben, but it means a lot to us to have you here.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Glad to be back.
Yeah, good. So you work in retail, and I've been doing a lot of work on small business during COVID-19 and the impacts that that's had. Your location, of course, forced shut down, and and not able to be open. What's that been like for you? I know you're still working with the company. You guys are moving everything online. You probably had an online presence, but what are the days like?
Yeah, it's been, it was definitely an interesting couple weeks when we closed our doors, but a few of us were lucky enough to stay on with the company and be assigned to manage some projects. So my days look like a lot of back-to-back Microsoft Teams calls and Zoom calls, and trying to redefine what retail is going to look like when we reopen, and how the customer interaction is going to be. Based on some polling out of the U.S., seems like there's a potential for 50% of the customer base not wanting to come back into a retail setting for at least 6 months after everything lifts.
Right.
So yeah, it's going to be an interesting journey back into the store for sure.
And what are you doing when you're not working? How are you keeping the mind active, keeping busy? What's the day-to-day look like for you when you're not putting in trainer time?
The day-to-day has been a lot of, bike building. We got the new Vaso bikes in.
Yeah.
We've been building those up, and a few trips up to the cottage to get away from the city a bit, cut down some trees, stay active.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then most recently got back on the trainer. So it's been a good few weeks.
So this is this ride, you might say, has been even a bit of a catalyst to get the legs moving.
Yeah, this is like my third ride in 2 years, so.
So
we're going for it.
Yeah, that's pretty ambitious. I saw you crushing the, not just crushing Cova, but you're crushing Coca-Cola as well. So
yeah, I got the crushed Coca-Cola, I got the crushed wine gums.
Yeah, so
we're keeping spirits high.
Yeah, getting that sugar going and getting ready for the night shift.
Yeah, exactly. Travis just passed me, dropped me like a freaking stone. So
yeah,
he's moving quick.
Good. Well, he needs to. We'll get Travis back on at some point and check in once he stretched the legs out, and we'll check in on the record attempt. So I gotta.
Don't forget to eat. Get some food in ya.
Yeah, I've had
hey,
two
Kath, where's Kath at? Come on, get him some food.
Catherine's right here. Yeah, she's here with me, and she's gonna. Hey, Kath, you want to say hi? Yeah.
Hey, Kath. Why aren't you riding yet? I thought we were gonna ride together.
So Catherine's my partner. She's helping us with the live broadcast here.
Okay.
And I don't know if everyone noticed, Catherine, we're gonna bring Catherine on, but she's actually wearing a parka right now because we got the windows open. The windows are right over there. We got the windows wide open. It's still a little bit cool out. So she's sitting in the living room here with her parka on. But she'll be riding. I think she's the ride leader for the 4 a.m. shift.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's a great parka.
Yeah, looking good. Okay, I gotta move on and check in with some other folks before we go to the next leg. Thanks for being here, Biggs.
All right.
Cheers, buddy. All right. Okay. How many minutes do we have until? Okay. All right, everyone. I am going to be going on leg 3. Max, are you joining us for leg 3, or are you signing off? Let's unmute Max for a little bit. Just say a quick hello. Max, I got you on mute. How you doing? I think we're still unmuted. Or maybe Max is muted. Can you hear me?